Hey everybody, it's Cindy McMahon with Hunt Real Estate. How are you? I'm here to just give you a little bit of a real estate market update and maybe just an economic forecast from yours truly. This is just stuff that I'm gathering, stuff that I'm seeing in the marketplace right now. Interest rates are going to go up to about 5.5% in the next couple of days. And the Fed hopes that that's going to maybe cool the housing market a little bit. We have not seen that yet. However, I do think that what we are seeing is a lot of people who have been fearful that that is going to happen. So they're jumping into the market and trying to buy and gobble up whatever they can gobble up before it gets what they're going to perceive as being super, super high. I think the Fed is thinking a little bit backwards on this, because if they raise the interest rates, all that's going to do, in my opinion, and I'm talking from a middle class perspective where I don't have, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars sitting around and I can just go buy a house with cash, which we are still seeing a lot of that. Okay. From a middle class perspective, if I'm sitting in a house and I have an interest rate around 3%, which is what it's been for the last couple of years, even if I've owned that house for a while and I didn't just purchase it, maybe I've refinanced, right? So my interest rate's nice. It's like 3.25, 2.85, whatever it is. And I either want to downsize or I want to upsize. So I want to get another house. I don't want to go rent. I'm not going to go live in an RV, but I want to go buy another house somewhere, and I have to have a mortgage, right? Well, am I going to go buy that bigger house, or am I going to go downsize to that lower house and pay 5.5%? Probably not. Most of us wouldn't probably make that decision unless we really had to move. And people will have to move, right? There's divorce, there's relocation, there's all kinds of reasons why people move from one house to another. But there is not necessarily a major impetus to move if you can add on to your house, or if you can just deal with a smaller space and do something else. Or you can deal with your bigger house. I mean, I know quite a few older folks who are empty nesters right now, who are living in really large homes, and they're just choosing not to move because, first of all, they're not sure what they're going to buy. Those people, maybe they will sell now because they might be able to buy something a little bit more affordable, because the smaller houses that the younger people could buy with the lower interest rates and the lesser income, they may not be going as fast. So that's my perspective on the interest rate rising, and how I don't know how much that's really going to help us create more inventory in the market. I don't really think that that's going to happen. The other thing is raising interest rates is not going to give us new construction. So we're not going to have a lot of new houses, because we have, if we raise the interest rates, we're not building new houses. So we still have a major shortage of inventory. So I think it's good. I think if you are thinking about selling, there's some very important things that you have to think about. First of all, I really think that you need to have somebody who is very well versed in all types of real estate markets, which means that you've got to have somebody with some experience. Because if you have somebody who's a newer agent who doesn't have the backing of a team or something, they're not going to be able to really talk with you honestly about what it really looks like to price your house so that it's attractive. We are seeing a lot of overpriced listings. We are seeing a lot of sellers really trying to maximize their sales price, and they're not being guided, in my opinion, or they're not listening to the guidance of their real estate agents in terms of pricing their house so that it seems like a good value. Because the houses that are getting the most action and the most multiple offers and the most over the asking price are the ones that are perceived as a good value. An example, a house that probably should have been priced closer to 500 might have been like the market value of it was priced at 450. I had buyers who went in at 520 and they were not even close. Okay. I had a seller tell me that they really wanted to get 350 on their house. I said, well, if you want to get 350, we need to price it at 335 and we wound up getting 360. So you really do need to pay attention to that, and you have to really think about pricing and market timing. So many, it's early May, right? So this is prime listing time. So there's more listings coming on, there's more competition. How are you going to stand out in the homes that are available in your price range? And how are we going to create demand for that? So that's like a really important key thing that you need to do, because the last thing you want to do is price reduce. And I guess it's not the last thing you want to do, because sometimes if you do price reduce, you will go into a multiple offer situation. But getting your home out there at the right price is probably the best idea for you to be able to get the maximum value out of your house, because homes that are price reduced don't typically sell as high as the ones that are brand new on the market. So there's a lot to think about here. You know, and I think I'm seeing a lot, and I'm hearing this from my peers. I'm seeing a lot of sellers really just not realize how lucky they are. You know, and you deserve your equity. Absolutely you do. But once you get that great buyer who's paying $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 over the asking price, or even just 10, depending on your price range, and there's an inspection issue, it's not like, oh, well, you just can't deal with the inspection issue. There's still an inspection issue. And I think we're going to see less of buyers waiving those inspections like we have. So be smart, be cool, and make sure that if you want to talk a little bit about real estate, that you talk with somebody who's got the experience of a down market, a normal market, and this crazy seller's market. Talk to you soon.